Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. It is 6:04. Give us that proof of life check-in. 312-591-8300. Already got one in from Mundelein this morning. Denise checked in from Mundelein. What's up? She just wants to say, hey, ready to go, guys, with you today. I'm off today, but I'm listening live at home, which is what I love doing when I'm not on the way to work, stuck in, can't use the words using is about our traffic commute. They're very, very volatile words.
Yeah, I get it, girl.
Yeah. But thank you for checking in from Mundelein today. And you can listen on your smart speaker on the app, the Q101 app, the iHeartRadio app. In the airport flying back from Orlando, I turned about 3 people on to the Q101 app. They enjoy. It's funny, Kenzie, I didn't tell you this story. So
Were you just shoving the app in people's face? Like, what were you doing?
not quite that bad, but what I did, I started talking to somebody in the airport, and as Case did when he checked in the hotel, he was almost afraid to say he works for one of the number one morning shows here in Chicago. With the way the things work here.
Not one of them,
I shouldn't say one of, but there's even different variables that were number one, and to try to say it that way, or we don't like to pound our chest clearly because Case was almost afraid to say, hey, I work for a big radio show.
I'm just gonna say, Case and Brian have a lot of areas that in a Venn diagram I put them together, the circles that go across.
True.
One of the areas that are different is Case can get uncomfortable when talking about working at a radio station. Brian gets itchy waiting for somebody to bring it up.
Yeah, that's so accurate.
Somebody will walk up to Brian and be like, hey, and he goes, yes, it's true, I'm on the morning show. And they're like, your shoes untied. Like, he's going to pass out if he can't talk about it. And this is where their Venn diagrams don't, oversect the circle.
That might be the most accurate thing you've ever said on the show.
Because I'll go to a venue to interview a band, and I'll introduce myself as I'm here from a radio station. I'm sure you guys. And they're like, no, we know Q101. It's like a huge honor to talk to you. You're like, yeah, I know. It's dumb. I agree. They're like, no, it's not dumb. We really want to talk to you.
Yeah, I mean, we forget that. And we should not forget that. We should be in the present.
We don't forget that.
We should be very present.
Well, you could calm down. Not everyone has to take the same direction here. Certain people in this group could amp it up. Certain could probably relax a little bit.
I do try to see how many steps I can get to before I can say, I'm on this big-ass morning show, right?
It's like you're like the owl for the commercial, 1, 2, 3. I work at Q101.
That's really good. Well, when I was sitting in delay in Orlando, I started talking to a very nice couple from Charlotte who were also in delay because they got a hurricane blizzard in Charlotte. And they knew somebody in Chicago. So we start just chit-chatting, and I mentioned how our broadcast, it was very cold with the broadcast because Orlando's not used to the cold, and our studio didn't have, the most excellent heat because they never need it.
They had no heat. They didn't have heaters.
Zero heat.
Let me clarify. They didn't have heat in the building.
Yeah, there was no heat at all.
And they could have let us know ahead of time.
Yeah.
So
I think they were just as surprised.
So in the conversation with this new fella I'm talking to, with his wife, and I'm saying, I'm not here for work. And we had this situation where the heaters weren't working, but it was really rough. But, we're heading back to Chicago and blah, blah, blah. It's colder there. And we start talking about other things, our kids. And then eventually he goes back and he said, oh, so what'd you say you do? Do you do construction?
Brian's like, no!
That's exactly what I went, no! I
have to tell you.
I work in radio. I work for a station called Q101. We're pretty popular right now, pretty successful.
Oh, God, I'm sure they loved that.
Well, the funny thing is talking to these strangers, if you will, and I'm first in the conversation was good, but then once I said I work in radio, the guy his eyes perked up, and he went like, hey, man, that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
And then Brian's like, okay, I can relax finally. I'm almost at my quota for the day.
Yeah, it took me a lot longer steps. I had many openings, didn't take it until he said, you were construction, right?
Oh, God. You pass out.
Look, dude,
I always say I work in media. Because I'm super uncomfortable with the whole conversation too. So I say I work in media.
Why don't you say radio first and then I have media outlets, platforms,
No,
social?
because when you say media, people leave you alone. And when you say radio, they go, what do you do in radio?
See, I don't want to be left alone.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Kenzie identifies herself as the mainstream media.
Oh.
The lamestream media.
Yeah, the lame
If you say
stream
you work
media.
in media, people could think you do social media. They could think you write. They could. They're like, oh, that's kind of like broad. Like, okay,
They could think
you
you-
work with media.
You could burn CDs.
Yeah, yeah. Kenzie's a professional CD burner.
She's got all these,
I was at one point.
got all these mixed CDs out there that are all littered over. Yeah, I burn CDs, make CDs for people.
you
Yeah.
go.
So yeah, it was nice to spread the word of Q101 to other states and new listeners. I hope that they're still listening on the app that I put on I grabbed his phone and downloaded the app
That's
for
good.
him.
I'm happy to that.
Here, give me your phone. Give me your phone.
They give me your face, facial recognition. All right, now I'm in.
No,
What's your-
Brian's like, I'm gonna change it to my face. Like, keep using the face recognition.
Yay! So it was very nice. Now, going forward here, for all our new listeners out there, that you can listen on the app at home, iHeartRadio app, let's say you can do that, the smart speaker, your desktop, you can just put it on there, have those great speakers for your desktop to crank it through, or just the good old-fashioned radio. In 6 minutes, we'll give a chance at Bonnaroo VIP style. Just 6 minutes away, we have the first keyword of the day to get to Bonnaroo VIP in an hour at 7:10. We have LCD sound system tickets. You pick the night of the show you go to with their residency at the Aragon. And then at 8:10, speaking of Orlando, a chance to get to an incredible 4-person trip to Universal Orlando Resort.
Woo!
And then something added on today, our guys Frico playing the Metro Saturday, April 25th. We'll have tickets for that in 8:50 and a lot of new concert announcements. They're starting to come in now. Now it's starting to get real for 2026. Some really big ones coming in, and we'll have that at 8:50. Also, not to be outdone, at 7:50, Kenzie, still 3 vetoes of show content intact because
Oh.
we have postponed to today, 7:50. It's time for the great debate, the Mount Rushmore of potatoes.
Oh, I was worried you were gonna launch new content that I made. What a veto! It's 7:50.
No,
Like, Kenzie, get your vetoes ready for 7:50.
Kenzie has 3 vetoes on show content per year. She almost blew one in January, which is a really.
That's a very stressful thing to do. I mean, you have to do what you have to do, but anything could happen. I really like to have one in the chamber in December.
Well, Case was scheduling the bikini car wash.
That's right. 7:50 today.
Kenzie's always got to keep one veto in her hip pocket for the
And
possible.
one swimsuit in case I'm out of vetoes.
So the great potato debate, the Mount Rushmore, coming up at 7:50.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and time for a fact that makes your brain go. If you'd have told me for the rest of my life, even your life, Case being the youngest one on the show, even your life, that this would never go down in price, I would have bought it. I thought this was recession proof, but it's actually going down in price. I'm not sure if that's a bad sign for 2026, but it's going to be good that I think everybody loves this and it's going down in price. And Kenzie, what do you think that might be? It's something
Well,
that
now you amped it up a little more, which makes me nervous. But my initial guess was the Barstool brand and/or the Barstool bar because it closed in River North, like
true.
really quietly, like overnight.
I saw that it closed.
Yeah. And I was surprised by that. Like, prime location, huge brand name, River North. Like, it hasn't been open that long. I don't know. I found that shocking. I feel like they did a decent job trying to have different, like, athletes and celebrities in there.
Sure.
I saw videos of it, so I was surprised by that. And, like, I don't know. That's kind of scary, right? Like, it's a big media brand. Whether you like the media brand or not, it's a big brand. You can't deny that.
For sure.
And they can't even keep a bar open. How is the local business supposed to do it?
If
right?
you don't know exactly where it is, it's on Hubbard Street, right near the House of Blues, just north of the House of Blues. There's a lot of bars right in that area. Just very quickly in the summer, that street is jammed. I mean, it's till 4 in the morning because a lot of those bars are 5 a.m. bars actually on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because I know that because I've been over there.
And the street was jammed apparently because nobody was inside the bar because it closed. So
Yeah. Yep. Maybe.
not good.
So is that your guess or no? You want to do a different one?
I'll just stick with that. That was my initial guess, but you got it amped up. But also, I think it is like, is this a bad sign that is it bad that a huge brand can't keep a bar open? Or is it good that people want to go to local places versus huge, like just a brand name Barstool slapped on there? So I could see that going either way.
Okay. So the Barstool brand closing their bar, which I saw that it was very quietly. They just closed the doors and didn't say anything about it. So
Yeah.
That's gone. So this is something I would have thought for the rest of my life was recession-proof. It's going down in price. I thought it would only go up.
And everybody loves this?
I mean, when I say everybody,
You mean you?
I mean me. I will.
So like the people who matter.
Right. I think Kenzie and you love these and this item, this thing.
Okay.
I would say maybe it has a 94% penetration.
Baseball cards from the 1950s.
Baseball
I don't
cards.
like those.
See, Kenzie's out now.
What's wrong with you?
Don't let me in there.
That's the greatest thing on earth.
Well, we'll explain the logic on this one then.
They're cool.
Okay.
And they're worth a lot of money.
How many people would you say have a baseball card from the 50s in their home?
I don't think a lot of people do, but I think they're worth a lot of money, and they've only gone up in price, I guess, until now, because this would be my guess. And, the card industry has been on the rise the last few years, but maybe vintage baseball cards are on their way out, which if that's the case, I'm going to get my dirty little hands on them.
Well, that's what I was going to guess, because the card industry is thriving still.
It's booming. It's
Okay, it's
gross. It's so expensive.
Yeah, because Kenzie, her husband's got a bunch of cards in the basement. She's trying to throw them away or do something with them and get them.
I just want him to sell them. Like, he hasn't looked at them in, I don't know, rough estimate, 37 years. And
doesn't sound too rough.
And it's
Sounds like they're accurate.
I would just love to sell them. It's like, I'm like, we probably have enough money. He's got like a literal, like, it's a child's like wooden toy chest, like a huge one, like a rectangle one.
Yeah.
Full to the brim of cards. I don't mean the books holding the cards. I mean the skinny little flat cards. So we have several thousand. And I'm like, I would just love if we sold some of these, because my brother did that and paid to finish his basement. And that would be amazing. And he won't look at them. He won't do it. And so one day I started doing it to show him an example. And I scanned these 3 cards, and it was $75. They weren't huge ones, but just 3 of them.
Whoa, that's a lot.
I go, so imagine the bin. Like, this is $75 for 3, and he's like, I'm not doing it. And I go, why wouldn't we do it? And he goes, it'll be fun for me to go through one day.
Respect. Yes, I
go,
agree.
you're not going to do it. You've done almost nothing the past 7 years, and you couldn't find the time.
Well, here's
You've been, chilling, and there was a pandemic where we were locked inside and couldn't go anywhere, and you still chose to not dig through the bin.
Well, the second pandemic coming, he'll be able to do it. He'll have more
Yeah,
time.
the second pandemic, he'll really tackle projects around the house.
The zombie apocalypse when you're sitting there and waiting for them to come through the window.
Yeah.
Is that scanning thing accurate on the phone for the price that they're worth? That she's talking about.
I always tell people their baseball cards are worth no money. Kenzie, I would love for you to be able to finish a basement with the baseball cards you have in your
My
basement.
brother did. He sold all of them. He had a huge thing, too.
I just feel like that's not going to happen.
Are you saying her brother's kind of like, a guy that owns Bitcoin, millionaire, but we don't know how he really got the money?
Definitely not.
Because I have old cards, too, and I want to take it. All those card shows go to Rosemont.
Yeah, they're not worth anything.
Can you trust the people at those card shows to give you accurate assessment?
Yes, there's people that do that for a living.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Or do they? I always think they're going to say it's not worth anything. I'll give you $30 for it. Then I turn around, they sell it for $500,000 later.
Okay, if that happens to you, you deserve to lose that money. You can't get suckered like that.
Well, how am I supposed to know what the card's worth?
Well, you cannot. Okay, you could do the scan, but you don't have to solely rely on that, because I also looked up other cards to see if they were selling and about the amount and everything. There's more than one way to look up the price to see if across the board that's what it's saying.
You did a deep dive on the cards, huh?
Yeah, because, and let me tell you something. I think that pile's slowly going to dwindle, because he's going to have no idea if there's 400 of them gone out of the 3,000.
Just walk up tonight and throw one in the fireplace. Say, we need some kindling here. And then see what he does.
Every day, one gets thrown away.
Yeah. All right, well, we're asking you the question, the fact that makes your brain go. Something I thought was recession-proof would never go down in price. It's going down in price, which is good for the consumer. Maybe it's bad for the world. We'll tell you after Franz Ferdinand. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. In about 10 minutes, we have an update on the moon mission that's coming up this Friday. We talked about it for the last couple days. Very upset that they're just doing a drive-by. The moon being a bad neighborhood. They're not landing on the moon, but did our conversation, being a monstrous morning show, actually change NASA's mind? And they said, you know what, maybe we should land on the moon. Well, we'll let you know that update coming up here in just about 10 minutes. First, it is a fact that makes your brain go. I would have swore this was recession-proof and would never go down in price, but it is. And it's good for all of us, but I have to imagine it's bad. That's maybe a bad sign for where we are in 2026. I don't know. Kenzie guessed the Barstool brand because they closed their bar on Hubbard.
They did, and pretty abruptly. It wasn't open that long. You would think a major media company, as even like Barstool Chicago, could post about it all the time.
Yeah, and they did.
Attention, right? So like, kind of weird. Guys from that brand, are media brands losing value? I don't know. It's just something to think about.
We'll find out. And Case guessed baseball cards from the 50s, which so many people have, and they could actually be going down, and cards are they're having a moment, it seems.
Yes, just like, protein is having a moment right now. Hot dogs had a moment last year.
And also, I just always remember that, like, it's always like Seth MacFarlane that buys one for like $5 million.
Is it Seth MacFarlane, the guy who has never shown interest in sports ever in his life, or is it another rich guy?
No, it's Seth MacFarlane's big in buying that stuff.
He's big into like Frank Sinatra.
Doesn't matter. It's an investment, those cards, like you just
like
said.
two things.
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane, creator of Family Guy, of course. I know he's big in the card business.
I don't think he is. Separate conversation. But you're wrong, but separate conversation.
I don't think I'm wrong. I think I'm right.
Okay, all right, we'll find out.
But you are wrong. It's not card business. It's not Barstool or media brands. What it is that's going down in price is Doritos.
Oh.
I would have thought Doritos were recession-proof, but it's not just Doritos. It's PepsiCo that owns Doritos. So PepsiCo is dropping the prices on Doritos, Cheetos, Tostitos, and Lay's potato chips.
That's good for me. I'll take it.
A Mount Rushmore there, if you will. They're saying they're doing this because, and I find this really hard to believe, but they know their business, that the demand for snacks is slipping.
Healthy people. Protein. There's no protein in those.
No protein. But I mean, at the same time, you can have some Doritos and still have some protein. Like, I'm just stunned by that statement that Doritos, Lay's, Cheetos, and Tostitos, because even though we say everybody's trying to be healthier, we're still really overweight as a country.
No, I mean, we are, but I think people do try to make a difference, one, for themselves, and then two, I think that those are very popular things for kids, too, that you put in their lunches. And I've seen parents try to make a big difference on, like, what they're giving their kids on a daily basis. Like, those snack packs of chips used to be popular, and I think they are becoming less popular to throw in your kid's lunch all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. You look at the stats, and it still shows that we are not getting better, healthier as a society. And you think we would by when you go on Instagram, you see all the fitness models, everybody doing everything, like the protein, like the carnivore diets, all
Everyone's
that
a
stuff.
fitness model.
Yeah, a whole bunch. There's so many fitness models on my feed.
Brian thinks Instagram is a fitness app.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd think everybody's getting healthier, and we're not. I mean, it's pretty bad out there with where we are.
First of all, you're thinking of Todd McFarlane, not Seth MacFarlane.
Oh, Todd McFarlane, that's right.
Seth MacFarlane does not care about sports. Second, I don't remember the last time that I bought a chip at a grocery store. That's not something that I ever buy. That's not something I ever indulge in. I have no chips in my house whatsoever. Maybe once a quarter, the Turtle Chex Mix, big fan. But a Dorito or a Tostito, no chance. I couldn't tell you the last time I bought them.
I can tell you I bought some at 7-Eleven, the taco-flavored Doritos, about 10 days ago.
At 7-Eleven? Not
Yeah.
even at the grocery store?
I went to 7-Eleven to get a fountain Coke because I love my big fountain Coke.
I know, you've got your guy there.
My guy. And I saw, and I haven't seen them in a long time, the taco-flavored Doritos.
I didn't know that was a thing. I'm so not, I don't know anything about Doritos.
I'm not a huge Dorito person either.
Ever? Like, ever.
Ever.
No. I mean, it's not that I refuse to, like, eat them, but it's never my go-to chip.
Doritos?
No.
It's the best one invented.
No. And
Please, the text line, please verify to me that Doritos are the best chip.
I think I'm more of, like, a genuine, like, a sea salt. I like just, like, a salty, regular potato chip.
Right, but I would say they're different categories. I
don't like when I can take a potato chip and go, and a bunch of stuff blows off of it.
That's the good stuff. That's the good.
I have been known to be a bit of a sexual deviant, but the last one. But
Where's this going?
I don't know where this is going at all.
Everybody sit tight. I'm going to land the plane.
Okay.
The last woman that I dated, I had one rule with her, and that was if she was going to eat Cool Ranch Doritos, she had to brush her teeth before I kissed her because I can't handle the smell of Cool Ranch Doritos. I find it to be foul.
Wow, you run a tight ship around there.
Yeah, it was the one rule that I had. Otherwise, I was constantly trying to shove my tongue in her mouth.
Good Lord.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Well, coming up in sports, next time you watch the Bulls, it'll be a completely different team. We'll tell you about that after we play Eminem, and then we'll get to sports. Also, Case believes I have an ulterior motive for giving him a side-handed invite to my house to watch the Super Bowl on Sunday.
Oh, boy.
And we'll investigate that as well. But first off, yesterday at this exact time, we talked about NASA going back to the moon, but they're only doing a drive-by going around the moon. Well, we have breaking news about Artemis 2, the mission that was supposed to launch on Friday, same day the Olympics start and Super Bowl weekend.
How do I say goodbye?
Well, we're pouring one out for Artemis 2. They have now, I'll read the headline from NASA. NASA conducts Artemis 2 fuel test, eyes March for launch opportunity. Very similar to Kenzie saying about how the Barstool bar just closed with no explanation. It was supposed to launch Friday. They made a big deal about Friday, February 6th. No one's talking about us going to the moon again. Why aren't they talking about it? And now they just say, you know what? It's March. It's March. They didn't really explain what was going on in the headline of the story. Do a deeper dive, they ran some tests, and there was a hydrogen leak on the rocket on the tests. Even though it was supposed to launch in about 3 days, probably not very comforting to the astronauts getting on the thing. Let's just make sure this engine starts up here.
Well, that's just annoying because you're like, okay, my suitcase packed. Am I not bringing it? Am I bringing it? I have my toothbrush in here. Like, you're trying to get ready for Friday.
There's nothing worse than unpacking a packed suitcase where you didn't go anywhere.
Oh, God.
Do astronauts bring suitcases?
They got
That's
to bring
a real question.
They got to bring a toothbrush. So they have everything that's designed for space. So they can't bring their electric toothbrush. It's
But
got
don't
to
they
be
bring
some-
different clothes?
I don't think they do a lot of outfit changes. Do they only have the one suit, or do they have multiple suits up there?
But regardless of the suit, there's clothes under it. I don't think they're raw dogging those suits.
I assume they did.
I don't think so.
You never see an astronaut in a graphic tee.
And they don't sleep in those suits. They just walk around the space shuttle in clothes.
Do they not sleep in those suits?
No, that's for when they're on the moon. That's when they leave the space shuttle. In the shuttle, they don't have those suits on.
They have some kind of suit on, though. It's just not a full space suit. It's like
It's not the big, the typical, stereotypical astronaut suit is for when you're actually physically in space.
When they're in the ship, they wear something like what Slipknot wears. They wear those overalls.
They wear a cloud mask.
I don't know. They go to the Army surplus store and they buy those.
They have Wait and Bleed on repeat.
So astronauts can bring a limited amount of personal items, typically restricted to a personal preference kit, the size of a lunchbox. That's about what they can bring up there.
The size of a lunchbox?
Yeah, these items.
I can't fit clothes in a lunchbox.
Well, it says photos, small mementos. I guess to remind them of home.
Earth.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they didn't want to stay home. They're going to space.
No kidding.
I didn't think they wanted to stick around the house
Trying to
too
get away
much.
from my
Picture their
nagging
mistress.
wife.
Yeah. Imagine that they got busted. Like this guy was going to see his mistress, has everything set up, and then the mission gets canceled. Now he's got to stay home with his wife. Ugh.
Do you think he's lying that he worked on the mission, but he didn't, you mean?
Yes. I think he was going to see his mistress. I think he went to the Army surplus store. He bought the Slipknot overalls. He made some AI videos of him on a spacecraft testing things just so he could get laid with someone that wasn't his wife.
I get it.
Could be. So, yeah, they could bring a few things, but they can't even, it says clothing, so they could bring a graphic tee up there, I guess.
But you never see that. You never see like a Canadian tuxedo from an astronaut.
No.
They're always in the suit, and then they have the fishbowl helmet on when they're on the moon with their golf clubs, of course.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever seen an astronaut in streetwear, let's say.
I've never seen him wearing a Swan shirt.
No, only I have worn a Swan shirt. But
Yeah.
you don't
They
see
sold
him in,
one.
Yes, they sold exactly one. But I don't you never see astronauts wearing Vans or New Balances or anything.
They should.
They should.
Maybe they would be putting these statements out saying no one cares about us going on the moon. The guy's wearing some Chuck Taylors. I'm watching.
That's the problem. Maybe the astronauts are ugly and that's why nobody cares. Where's the hot astronauts?
Kenzie, you have to look at the Artemis 2 astronauts and tell me if they're hot or not.
Artemis 2.
Artemis 2 astronauts.
Okay, everybody Google at once. Let's all get
Yeah.
quiet here.
Well, I think it's 4 people.
It is.
It's 3 dudes and a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like the name of something, doesn't it?
Tough ratio.
That's a movie I saw last weekend. In the back of the video store, I bought that one. So, Kenzie, are any of them attractive? I would say yes.
I would say no. Like, that's not my. I mean, I don't think they're unattractive, but this isn't like, oh, this is a sexy flight. This doesn't make them unattractive people, but it's not like their leading attribute.
Yeah, I'm not saying How can I judge ugly or hot? I mean, I guess I can personally, but publicly, I'm
How
not.
can I do it? I can do
I guess
it.
I can.
Well, everybody does it. Everybody does it. But, you know, I think they're in the middle of the road, like you're saying, Kenzie. I don't think that anybody's like,
I think that this is like a very normal crew.
wearing
I'm not
Slipknot
like,
uniforms.
this isn't the celebrity casting of this crew yet.
Yeah.
But that might be the problem that space is having and that NASA's having, is that we just don't have good-looking astronauts right now.
That's not true because they tried to send all those famous women in the air and never got mad at them.
Oh, yeah.
But that
I think
wasn't-
they had the same thought, and then everyone was super annoyed. They're like, how about we keep it like scientists?
Yeah, and that wasn't NASA. That was the private company. So they just let Katy Perry buy her way out, or gave it free, I guess, for the publicity.
I
and
don't
that
know if
didn't
they
work.
had to pay or not.
Yeah.
Do you think they had to pay?
Well, we all paid for Katy Perry's speech afterward.
That's
Yeah,
right.
We all paid.
Yeah, her and Gail King.
So they're not going. Yeah, they're not going to the moon now. They say like March. Well, let's look at March when there's no other. I mean, March Madness. The Brian and Kenzie St. Patty's Day broadcast happens then. Maybe they want to compete with that. I don't know.
right.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah, good. I mean, we're officially announcing that on Friday, so good luck. Once those details get out, nobody's going to care about the moon.
Yeah, come on. Unless
We know
you're.
what the moon looks like already.
Well, also, you know, you can't just do a drive-by. You've got to land on the damn thing.
I wonder if we're like, do you think we're like recessing? We're not we can't land on the moon again? We can't figure it out? We're just driving by planets?
Well, that's what I'm saying. We did it 50 years ago. We should be way more advanced than we
It
are
should
now.
be almost like stupid easy. Like imagine things that we thought were hard 50 years ago. They can't even imagine our life. I feel like we're getting worse with space.
Yeah, I mean, the astronauts who were even quoted say, you know, we're going all the way to the moon. Like, there's going to be 40 minutes when we can't talk to anybody. So, something could happen and we can't. I mean, what am I going to do? I can't text.
Yeah, 40 minutes without Wi-Fi sucks.
Oh, my God.
I'd rather just be dead at that point.
Do you think they play games? Do you think I Spy? Like, do you think they get bored and like do stuff?
I hope so, because I was talking to Brian last week in Orlando about how as adults we don't appreciate the game I Spy enough.
Oh yeah, I played I Spy with Harper at Universal.
Yeah, it got heated.
Yeah.
It got really heated.
There was a big debate.
She's a cheater and she knows it.
Yeah, she cheats at it. That's true. All right, sports after Eminem. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.